What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, June the 27th. Oh, we're going to talk about money today. You know, if you're following the news and the stock market right now, it's just not the happiest time of the year. But I've got two happy people with me today.
We are very happy.
Yes. Alex LaBrunerie and Leann.
We don't think about the market.
Right, Leann Knuth, right, from LaBrunerie Financial. We had two separate topics. Now, Alex, you say we are in a bear market now.
Yes.
And
Paul,
define a bear market.
So a bear market, our market since 1929 has been in about 25 or so bear markets. This generally defined a bear market is when a stock or an index drops by 20% or more in a 1 year period. So we've this year in 22, the market has dropped more than 20%. It's been edging close to 20%, but earlier in the month it dropped into minus 20% territory on the large stocks. The small stocks are absolutely in a bear market. They have been since February.
So that means when you look at your portfolio, it's fair to say you probably gone down.
It looks like a bear took a bite out of it.
Okay. How did the term bear market come into being?
You know, these are two images that Wall Street has used for generations, and they actually, the bull and the bear. And the bears dates back to pre-Civil War America, you know, the 1820s to the 1850s. And the bear skin hunters would go to Wall Street or go to New York, and sell bear skins that they did not yet possess. So they would sell bear skins on the promise that they would come out west to places like St. Louis and go up the Missouri River all the way to the Columbia River and hunt and kill bears and deliver bear skins a year later.
So they were selling something they didn't have.
They didn't have.
That's where the bear market came about.
Yeah, so I think some brokers in Wall Street just nicknamed stock sellers as bears.
Then how'd the bull market come to buy its name?
So bulls are, you know, they're very optimistic and looking towards future price increases. And the old cattle drives to New York would stop, and the cattle driver they would stop, feed the livestock salt, so that the livestock would be very thirsty and gorge on water. So when they weighed in for sale price,
they weighed a lot more.
A lot more.
Now I want to end this part of our segment on an optimistic note. Just because we are in a bear market does not mean it's going to last forever. Bear markets.
That's right.
Turn around, and a lot of times they turn around very quickly.
Very quickly. This has been a fast-forming bear market, as have the other last two we've lived through in the last 20 years. So it's shocking, you know. And there's the economic news, inflation-wise, is depressing. But it's important to think about. It's going to take 24 months or more to get out of this. So just review your risk tolerance with your advisor, but don't make any hasty emotional decisions.
And when we get out of this, chances are it is going to be much better than it was before.
The bulls will be back.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll be gouging themselves with salt and water, so you gain weight.
And hopefully profits.
Okay, and hopefully before 2 years.
Yes.
But that's an average.
Yes.
All right. Now, so we got a little bit of education there. Now let's talk about something a little bit different. Leann, you wanted to deal with what?
We have a new change to the way Education 529s are going to be treated going forward, especially for those that are owned by grandparents. So in the past, some grandparents were a little bit reluctant to fund these accounts even though there's a lot of tax benefits and estate planning benefits to grandparents doing so.
Okay, they're called what now?
The Education 529 savings accounts.
Educational 529.
It's Section
savings.
529 of the IRS code is where that comes from.
Okay, and this is where grandparents can put money into an account for their grandchildren's education.
Correct.
So what's changing about that?
In the past, this would affect the FAFSA, which is important for federal grants, scholarships at some colleges and universities, getting the federal loans, which are at lower interest rates. So that's a really important detail. And it used to be treated as income to the grandchild. Going forward, starting this year, any withdrawals made are not going to affect the FAFSA at all. So that's a really important change.
So you're saying that the money that the grandchildren receive from this will not be treated as income
Correct.
to the grandchildren.
Correct.
So that means that they are more able to qualify for other assistance then.
Right. They'll qualify for more federal assistance, and a lot of colleges and universities are using it for their need-based scholarships.
So what do you say to grandparents and listening or watching right now?
This is even more reason. This is a great way to give to your grandchildren. We have a lot of clients that use it for birthdays and Christmases. Even if you're only putting a couple $100s in there, it really grows in the 18 years till they start school, and it's a great way to help them. It's gift tax free. You can put money in there for your kids.
Is it tax deductible to the grandparents?
In the state of Missouri, it is on the state income taxes.
Okay, not on the federal,
Right.
but on the state income taxes, it is deductible.
Tax deductible.
When the grandchildren then use this money, is that taxable?
No.
So that's totally tax-free.
Right. As long as they're using it for education.
And how is it determined that it's used for the education?
It's qualified expenses. You can talk to your advisor or your tax accountant about exactly what those are. Tuition, room and board, internet services, computers. These are all really common ones that kids can use them for.
Food while you're in school?
Right. That's the board part of it.
Okay, so it pretty much covers everything while you're in school.
Right.
All right, so that's a good deal for the grandparents?
Except for the beer.
Except for the beer and the parties.
As long as you keep the beer within the room and board cost for that university.
I'm glad you kept that in perspective. Thank you. Alex, if people want more information, what can they do?
They can call us at 449-5313, 573-449-5313, or LaBrunerie.com. Please
On the
email
web.
us. Yeah.
On the web. Okay. And the thing to keep in mind is even though we are in a bear market, hopefully the bulls will come roaring back
yes.
before too long. What's the shortest bear market we've ever had?
About 90 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll set a record on this.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Thanks for being with us today. Bye-bye.